I saw you tweet about Taylor Swift. Do you think she's secretly MAGA now?
I could be delusional about that, I'm not gonna lie. But part of me feels like, especially after getting with Travis Kelce, and it's like, you can't convince me that he's actually liberal and leftist. Like, he's doing it for the bag. Like, when he was pushing all the backs and stuff, like, I doubt he actually knows what he's talking about. But it's like the circle of people that they're around are so MAGA-coded. And just knowing some of Taylor's industry friends, and a handful of them I know for a fact are MAGA, like Nicki Minaj, which I've been saying Nicki is MAGA for so long now.
No.
And now everybody's like looking at me like, how did you know? Everything in the dark comes to the light.
Look who's back on the show today.
By popular demand.
Man, you always get the most engagement out of any of my guests, bro.
Really?
Our videos get like 1,000+ comments. It's crazy.
You know, it's like something about it coming from me just makes everything so polarizing. Like, I can say the sky is blue and I'm going to get called a slur within 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So I've tested it, but you know what?
I think it's your delivery, your confidence, your looks, your outfit.
I'm just glad I get people talking. I'm glad that I get the discussion going. Even if someone doesn't like me, they will at least respect that I'm being honest.
No.
You can't tell me I'm not being honest.
Absolutely. How was the rest of your Vegas trip? Did you black out?
A little. Yeah.
You kept inviting me to stuff at like midnight. I'm like, bro, I'm in bed.
Well, that's because of Bryce Hall. Because I'm doing this reality show, Party Lines, about the world of political media personalities. So Bryce Hall made a cameo, and Lou Holly and I basically spent the day with him. We went race car driving to the casino, all kind of degeneracy. And it was just like every time that we were supposed to be done filming, we just ended up doing something else. And Vegas was whooping me. Barely made my flight because I had to go back to Mar-a-Lago after.
Jeez.
It's a difficult life.
How was that?
Phenomenal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never been there.
Yeah, it was really cool. I went for the Turning Point USA Gala.
Nice.
That was very powerful. That was the moment I saw the turning point in Erica Kirk.
Really?
Because Erica Kirk, like, up until that point, I felt like every time she was speaking, like, you could see how much the grieving was hurting her. And it's still hurting her, but you can tell now that it's like, it's at the level where she has a vendetta. She has a mission to accomplish. She's focused. She's locked in. And that's why she waited until she got to that point where she gathered her strength back, and everything that people tried to take away from her, she just quadrupled down on the fact that she wasn't going to get pushed around anymore.
Wow.
And she clocks Candace.
Yeah, how do you think that meeting went?
I think Erica got done what she needed to do. And that's honestly crazy to see because Candace gets off the podcast and Candace leaves the meeting and she's like, oh my gosh, 4.5 hours later, and I'm still alive. I didn't drink the water. It's like, girl, now you're saying you didn't drink the water like Erica was gonna poison you. And after that, she backtracked on a handful of things, a handful of key things, and it was crazy to see her audience revolt on her. And honestly, I think it was a master class of PR from Erica. She did it in 2 steps. She did the step of telling her publicly, you need to stop, shut it down, didn't elaborate too much, just very definitively stop, stay in your lane, stop meddling with this investigation that you know nothing about because you're not the FBI. And then she took the next step of being like, okay, Candace and I, we are going to sit one-on-one, have this discussion. And then it put all the chess pieces in her court. And that was very, very intelligent of Erica to do.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the tides turning a little bit, right?
Yeah. It's definitely a shift. I mean, you heard Ben Shapiro say the other day, everybody that's in this building, we stand on the side of Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy to think that Erica Kirk doesn't know exactly what's going on. It's like everybody is trying to do their own private investigations, and I understand why, but Erica actually knows what the FBI knows. The FBI isn't going to tell us details in real time. And I don't know why people are still acting so unserious about how a criminal investigation works. If you let out too much evidence before the courtroom is able to let it out in the proper process, you can cause a mistrial because you're going to sway the jury.
Right.
Erica knows that. Everybody involved knows that. I don't know why Candace is pretending like she doesn't.
Yeah. What do you think of the groper that tried to confront Ben Shapiro yesterday? Did you see that video?
What'd you call them?
Groper.
Oh, I thought you
Is
said
that groper? I don't know how to pronounce it, bro. I don't follow that shit. What is it, groper?
I think it's groper. I call them frog people.
Okay.
I didn't know that he tried to confront Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, he asked a question to him while he was on stage about the USS Liberty.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. And Ben shut it down.
He tried to do a gotcha moment.
You know, I got to give a shout out to Cam Higbee. Nobody has done a more thorough job of debunking that whole conspiracy than Cam Higbee. It's one of those things, or I've watched it and I studied a bit, but honestly, off the top of my head, I can't remember the full details of it. But when you look into it, nothing about the USS Liberty situation makes sense. So Ben knows that. Ben shut it down. And it's like it gets to a point where you just have to start shutting down these people when they want to have nonsensical conversations. It's just a waste of everybody's time, and it's a waste of just literally the opportunity to ask Ben Shapiro an intelligible question.
Yeah. Dude, I can't believe the turnout this year, though.
Oh, I can.
There was a line just to get in there all the way around the building.
Yeah, the fire marshal came and shut it down yesterday.
Yeah, 31,000 people. Crazy.
I'm pretty sure this venue isn't supposed to hold that many
No,
people.
no,
I'm
people can't even get in their seats.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not shocking to me. I remember the VIP was sold out in less than a day.
Yeah.
Which has never happened before. It's like the first AmFest, the VIP was basically just a bunch of influencers. And now it's like I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, this is the entire donor class.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Look what Charlie's built, man. It's cool to see his legacy live on.
It really is.
He's touched a lot of people.
He is, or he has. And, you know, Erica is going to continue that legacy.
Yep.
And just seeing the way that Turning Point is exploding in such an incredible way, like they're doubling in infrastructure. Going to their gala in Mar-a-Lago, I learned about just how much they're actually growing. And I couldn't be more proud than everybody that's at this company.
That's awesome, man. What was the gala about?
Basically just all the changes that are coming to Turning Point. They do an annual gala at Mar-a-Lago. PragerU does the same thing, where basically we say these are all of our wins for the year, and this is where we need to go, especially getting into midterms, how they're expanding into high school campuses, college campuses, all of the above. So it was really cool. And again, just hearing from Erica, being able to look her in the eye and just understand the story of what's happening there. That fire was boiling up. And this is such a petty thing that I've debated making a video about, but one of the most basic, rudimentary, ignorant things that people are making conspiracies about when it comes to Erica Kirk is they're saying that, like, her eyes look evil. They're saying her eyes look serpent-like and demonic. No, she literally has piercing blue eyes that are watery and smearing mascara. That combination has people being like, oh, no, look at her eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Well, if you're actually understanding what you're looking at a beautiful woman that's distressed because her husband just got murdered. And everybody's sitting here being like, oh, she's acting abnormal. Everything about her situation is abnormal. When someone is murdered, typically, or just dies in a very unfortunate circumstance, all the negative lore around them usually becomes more subdued. With Charlie, all the hate that was being surrounded by his name was amplified bigger than ever before.
That's true.
So Erica didn't have the normal opportunity to grieve silently or to grieve in peace. Instead, she had to go and defend not only her husband's legacy, but every single thing that he stood for and everything that people hated him for. So Erica didn't have the opportunity to have a normal situation as she buried her husband. Everything about it is abnormal, so of course her response is abnormal. Because who else do you know has had their husband publicly executed and then has to run their organization that is exploding in growth, and you have to put all these massive events like what we see here at AmFest together in such a short period of time?
Yo.
Unbelievable. Her strength and her focus is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, there's a lot of people questioning her grieving process, which is wild to me.
It's just distasteful.
How do you relate to that? Like you said, this has never happened to you. Everyone grieves differently.
Right. It's sociopathic for people to say that it's unusual. Again, nothing about this situation is usual. So if anything, give that woman some grace. Pray for her. A civilized human being would simply pray for Erica Kirk.
Absolutely.
She doesn't ask for much.
Yeah, shout out to you, Erica. What did you think of Bongino? Is that how you pronounce his name? Dan Bongino? He stepped down.
Well, first of all, it took me so many years to learn Dan Bongino is not a black man. Whole time I thought he was black.
He looks a little black, I guess.
Am I tripping?
Little darker skin than normal.
Okay, maybe I'm just tripping. I guess I remember I made this shout out to a bunch of like the prominent black Republicans and conservatives, and everybody dragged me. They're like, Dan Bongino is not a black
Mandela
man.
effect, maybe?
I was so gagged. But honestly, I don't know why he stepped down, but it makes me raise an eyebrow. Did he say why he stepped down?
Nah, people are thinking stress. People are thinking files, maybe, but I don't think he made a public statement.
You know, I can only imagine the immense amount of pressure that they're dealing with. I know Kash Patel, people are putting him through hell, and unfortunately, they're putting his girlfriend, Alexis, through hell.
I saw that.
I'm really good friends with Alexis Wilkins, and the amount of lies that have been spread about her is just
Mossad
horrible.
honeypot.
Yeah, Mossad honeypot. First of all, she's not even Israeli. She's Armenian. Candace was trying to say that her parents are Freemasons. I've met her mother. Her mother is the most sweet, normal human being that's just proud of her daughter for being a country singer. Like, I've never seen so many lies just be pulled out of someone's ass so quickly. And then also, Candace was trying to say that Kash Patel left his wife a year and a half ago for Alexis. I've known Alexis very well for a few years, and in the 3 years I've known her, her and Kash have always been dating, and Kash Patel has never been married. So Candace was just putting out unverifiable lies completely out there. And like I told you before, it's like, it's hard for me to go after Candace because I respect everything that she has done for my career and for the entire political commentator space. She was my biggest inspiration. She's been so supportive of me, even as we've had our differences. But at the same time, it's like,
Shout out to today's sponsor, Quince. As the weather cools, I'm swapping in the pieces that actually gets the job done, that are warm, durable, and built to last. Quince delivers every time with wardrobe staples that'll carry you through the season. They have fall staples that you'll actually want to wear, like the 100% Mongolian cashmere for just $60. They also got classic fit denim and real leather and wool outerwear that looks sharp and holds up. By partnering directly with ethical factories and top artisans, Quince cuts out the middleman to deliver premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. They've really become a go-to across the board. You guys know how I love linen and how I've talked about it on previous episodes. I picked up some linen pants and they feel incredible. The quality is definitely noticeable compared to other brands. Layer up this fall with pieces that feel as good as they look. Go to quince.com/DSH for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. They're also available in Canada too.
It's like, girl, it's not even like her and I disagreeing on Israel never really created a rift between us like people wanted it to. And I understand why people wanted it, but it's like, I have a lot of friends with political differences from me. This is what we do. This is our whole world. Yeah. It's like, it is what it is. But to see her, you know, throw the shade at Erica, then walk it back like she didn't, for her to blame, like the list of people she blamed for
I interviewed
Charlie's
one
murder,
last week, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, I interviewed. So apparently the hitman moved to Nashville. I don't know if you saw that video. She said the guy trying to kill her from the French Legion moved to Nashville and worked for my friend's company.
Oh.
I interviewed my friend on the show about it, and it wasn't even the guy.
Yeah.
Like, no relation.
That's wild.
So I don't know how she's pulling these stories.
She just made that up.
Yeah.
Or she's getting bad tips. Again, I give her credit that she is going through, I feel like she really does go through every single email and every single tip, but I feel like it gets to a point where that just puts you through psychosis. Like, I don't think she knows how to differentiate what's credible and what's not, because people are really good at bullshitting and people will give you all this proof that actually has no substance. And she's moving so quickly and putting out so much information out there that she can't even keep up with her own mouth at this point.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like I'm watching her destroy her legacy in real time. And it's like, I don't think anybody wanted that. She was a superhero 3 years ago. And now it's like, you have people that are, I was going to say, you have all these people that are supporting her, but it's like they supported her off a cliff. Because now that she's not going gung-ho on Erica anymore, she looks crazy.
Yeah.
And Lord help her if she's wrong about Brigitte Macron. She better hope Brigitte has a penis. If not, she is so cooked.
Oh, man.
And I don't know what to believe about that. I will say, I watched a series. It was pretty convincing.
It is convincing.
But, you know, allegedly and for entertainment purposes is what I'll say about that.
Well, for the big guy to give you a call about it, there's something, I think, there.
Yeah. Trump told her to calm down. President Trump told her, fall back. You're getting into hot water.
Trump's calling you?
Yeah. And then for her to be like, oh, President Trump, you're just going to let him come after me. It was like, girl, we remember your episode a few months ago where you dissed him for trying to help you.
A lot of people are turning on Trump on the right lately, man.
And the sky is blue. Trump is just inherently a polarizing figure. There's things that he's done that I didn't like either, which is why I work with, oh God, here's one of the gropers that keeps harassing me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Zeus so fucking weird.
I didn't know he was a groper.
Yeah, he's a groper. And you know, it's actually so funny because the whole reason he hates me is because I unfollowed him after he was heckling my friend Emily Says America.
Yeah.
He was like calling her a whore and a feminist and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm like, you're a grown man. It's like, okay, you don't like this girl, but like, as a conservative man, why are you heckling a woman?
Yeah.
It's like, that's like some liberal pussy shit. Like, excuse my language, but it's like,
wow. I'm friends with Emily too, damn. I love your loyalty though. I know you're loyal to your friends.
I am. I ride for my friends.
Yeah, I've seen you do some stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so I'll vouch for that.
I'll try to move and shake when I can. But sorry, the question you're asking before that irrelevant bitch came over.
I don't even know who that. What did I ask? Was it about Candace or? I don't even know. Are there a lot of gropers at this event, you think?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, there is for sure. I went to this, it was like an after party last night.
Oh, the rooftop one?
No, it was after the Daily Wire party. It was like some party that, it was on the way to my hotel anyway, so I told my friends over there that I would stop by. And as I'm going downstairs to grab a cocktail or something, these like two girls are running upstairs pissed. I was like, what happened down there? And one's like, I just got called a kike. And the other's like, I just got called a cunt.
What?
And then one of my female friends that was with me that went downstairs first, she goes, yeah, I walked down there and they shoved me and told me that girls can't come down here. And I was like, the
Wow.
gropers are so anti-women. They're such incels. Like, I've never seen people be so angry and closeted in my life. It's actually kind of wild.
I don't understand the incel movement.
The what?
I don't understand the incel movement. Like, I don't get how that's a scalable community.
I don't either.
Without women, how do you procreate? How do you reproduce?
It's like, that's why I tell people, it's like, it's the horseshoe theory in full effect. I'm like, these people aren't conservative. They claim to be conservative and they claim to be biblical, but it's like all your Bibles are dusty. It's like none of you are actually living out any kind of conservative value or principle. You just are hateful to everybody around you. And it's almost like a modern warfare group chat personified. It's like they just make it their whole personality and they found a community of losers. It's very bizarre.
I wonder if Nick came out to this event.
It wouldn't shock me if he's here, but like as far as in Phoenix, but I highly doubt he would actually come to the event.
Guess who I ran into last night that couldn't get in here?
Who?
Dean Withers and Parker. They were outside, out and about,
That's so funny.
nagging people.
Yeah,
They tried to get into Daily Wire too yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't get in.
What did they think was going to happen? Like, that's just so unserious to me. Did they buy tickets?
Nah.
So they're just gonna barge in? Like,
Yeah.
people will do anything for content at this point.
Yeah. It's devolved. They're probably heckling people outside as we speak, to be honest.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to those kids?
Not Dean or well, I've met Parker once, and Parker is just your typical autistic kid with ADHD who's just happy to have friends now.
Yeah.
No shade. Like, he's actually a really nice kid.
Okay.
Too smart for his own good. But it's like, for him, it's a game. Like, for him, like when I met him in Jubilee, he was sitting on this stool and he's like 6'1", and he's sitting there like kicking his feet off the stool like a little kid. And I was like, honestly, it made me happy for him. I'm like, you can tell he's just happy to have a sense of community now. He probably didn't have a lot of friends in high
I feel
school. It's like, I'm almost rooting for him, and his username is funny too. Parker get a job.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell the whole story just by watching him. Dean, on the other hand, is a like fake wannabe Andrew Tate light. Like, I'm sure by now you know the lore of him and how like he was doing the Manosphere content, trying to do the courses, and in his mom's car with a bag of fake money. Like, it's just hilarious to see him go from that to being this grifter that he is now. Harry is my favorite.
I like
will
Harry.
always give
I
Harry
text
Sisson his
Harry.
flowers. Harry Sisson is actually funny and cool.
I consider him a friend.
I like Harry. Every time I've talked to Harry, we've gotten along. I've never met him in person, but he seems like a cool guy.
He's a cool dude, man. I actually don't mind Parker, too. I saw his debate with CJ. Did you see that?
I have it bookmarked, but I haven't watched it
On
yet.
Jubilee, yeah. I thought CJ beat him, but he can hold his own, actually.
Yeah. He's
I'll-
smart.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Great at memorization.
I saw you tweet about Taylor Swift. Do you think she's secretly MAGA now?
Low key, I could be delusional about that. I'm not going to lie. But part of me feels like, especially after getting with Travis Kelce, and it's like, you can't convince me that he's actually liberal and leftist. Like, he's doing it for the bag. Like, when he was pushing all the vax and stuff, like, I doubt he actually knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like the circle of people that they're around are so MAGA-coded. And just knowing some of Taylor's industry friends, and a handful of them I know for a fact are MAGA, like Nicki Minaj, which I've been saying Nicki is MAGA for so long now.
Yeah.
And now everybody's like looking at me like, how did you know? Everything in the dark comes to the light. That's all I can say about that. And yeah, so I have a feeling that Taylor has become more MAGA over the years, because now she's going to be living a more conservative life. She's about to get married. And the second she has kids, she's not going to want her kids to run this broken education system. She's not going to want her kids growing up in a world of crime.
Yeah.
If she's a MAGA now, she will be when she gives birth.
They've done studies on this. So when mothers have kids, they actually convert at a higher percentage
Yeah.
than single women.
Because those survival instincts and those motherly and paternal instincts start to kick in, where you realize you need to protect your kids.
Yeah.
At that point, you have to go with the conservative side of ideology, because the liberals are going to allow some illegal immigrant to hop the border with his musty ass and come slaughter your whole playground.
Yeah.
And then people are going to tell you, oh, don't say too much because they're brown and they're just misunderstood and undocumented.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
give me a break.
If my kids want to go to college, I got to just say, I don't think it'll be a liberal college.
Yeah.
Look at all these shootings. Look at all these ideology. It's like crazy.
I think by the time like our generation's kids start to grow up and go to college, I think people will start to realize, unless the education system is just completely overhauled, that a lot of degree paths are just scams.
Yeah.
Like, people spend all this money going to all this debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes in debt, for no reason. If it doesn't actually have to do with your direct career path, there's no reason to go into.
Did you go to college?
I did. I went to University of Illinois, but I left early.
Okay.
I was going for business school. I ended up finding mentors in the e-commerce space that I connected with more. I felt like I was learning more from them and a short period of months just being under their wing than I was in college, so I left early.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kamala wants to run for president again. Do you think you'll vote for her?
Me when I decide to be a delusional. You know what? Kamala is so funny to me. I'm actually happy she's running again because we need the memes. The Kamala Brat memes were probably the funniest things I've ever seen on Instagram or like on Twitter.
Yeah.
But you know, Kamala Harris running is just hilarious. She wasn't popular during any time she's ran for office. She has never been popular. People were just happy that it wasn't sleepy Joe Biden when she ran last time. But if anything, I think she's just going to waste the time of the DNC. She's going to waste the dollars of donors. So I'm here for it.
Yeah.
She is not the girl.
If she raises another $1 billion, go ahead and spend it, I guess.
First of all, Kamala Harris has too much social anxiety to try to run for office. And it's funny, it's now finally starting to come to light. But I saw this article years ago, and it talked to people in her team years ago about how bad her anxiety was about everything that had to do with the political space. Yeah. Like, she admitted it finally during her own interview that when she had to do a meeting with President Trump, she would have somebody pretend and impersonate Trump and like would cosplay what the meeting was going to look like. That is just bizarre.
Wow.
You are not in the right lane. There's a reason why her turnover rate was 95% of her staff. Kamala Harris is just an ambitious loser. She's dangerously ambitious, and I hope she runs just to waste everybody's time.
Who do you think's going to win on the left?
I think the dark horse is going to be Wes Moore. He's this dark-skinned black guy, comes off as decently moderate, but of course he's super progressive.
Yeah.
I think he has a lot of potential if he really goes for it. Gavin Newsom, of course, is the person that's the front runner. AOC is not going to get far. AOC is way too niche. And I think it's really unserious that people think that AOC even has a chance of winning the primary because
she's like a Bernie.
Yeah, like outside of her niche area of New York where everybody's stupid and broke, like
shots fired at New York.
Nobody's going to be voting for her.
Man, shots fired.
Like, her district is full of the dumbest people. If you look at AOC and her cosplaying ass, her bartender actress self, everybody who really knows the tea on her knows that she won a literal casting call, a literal acting casting call to get to the position that she's in now.
Wow.
So AOC thinking that she's going to run for president is unserious. Then you got Josh Shapiro, who has way too many skeletons in his closet. And like I said, everything in the dark comes to the light. Y'all better read Luke 12, 2 and 3.
Oh, my God.
Y'all better get into the Bible.
Getting the Bible out.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because Josh Shapiro, mark my words and reflect on this moment. Everything in the dark comes to the light. That man is evil.
Why have I heard that name?
Josh Shapiro? Because he was like the person that Kamala was considering allegedly that he was considering having be her VP candidate.
Got it.
Before Tim Walz. But I think it was because of Josh Shapiro's, all of his lore started to come out a little bit. That's why they didn't go with him, because I feel like there's going to be some lawsuits surrounding him in the next few years. So she went over to Tim Walz instead.
That makes sense. Did you watch the new Diddy documentary?
Not yet.
Nah.
I feel like there's nothing you can tell me about Diddy I don't know.
Is your mind already made?
Of course. Of course. I think Diddy is guilty as hell. I think he's guilty of more than what people talk about. I think that he is who exploded Kid Cudi's car and killed his dog. I think that he was using, and this is all alleged for entertainment purposes, I think that he was using sexual abuse for power.
Yeah.
You know, I know some people that know some people, or just know some people on his team, and I've heard a lot about how he would say things like, if you get a straight man to give you a blowjob, you get a straight man to do anything for you. He uses sexual abuse as power. He was beating the hell, allegedly, out of Kim Porter, out of Cassie, out of all these people. And hot take, and people get mad at me for saying this, but Cassie's not an innocent woman either.
Facts.
You know, Cassie 100% was victimized. She 100% was the victim. But two things can be true at once. Cassie was an accomplice. It gets to a point you can only orchestrate so many orgies and freak-offs and abuse and all these different things. You can only sit there and be silent about it for so long before you become an accomplice.
Yeah.
And it's like, I am so happy that Cassie's out of that situation. I do hope and pray that she is a changed woman, and I hope that she is healing, and it seems like she is. But what you can't convince me is that she wasn't the Ghislaine Maxwell to the Diddy operation. And Jay-Z, count your days.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Jay-Z's another episode.
Jay-Z's another episode. He needs to take off that damn lace front wig.
Oh, that's a wig? Whoa.
Jay-Z better take off that damn lace front wig and stop putting Beyonce in that basement. He needs to stop sleeping with Gwyneth Paltrow. He needs to stop his racketeering firm. Justice for Damori Hadley, the daughter of the CEO of Roc Nation. And that's all I'll say about that, and it's all alleged for entertainment purposes.
Love it, brother. Thanks for coming on again.
Thanks for
See you
having
as
me.
always. Check them out, guys. Peace.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the show a lot with the algorithm. Thank you.